Paul, your final game before Christmas tomorrow, and we'll get to the football, and I know we'll talk again next week ahead of the big day, but I would rather talk about Christmas. So what does Christmas Day look like in your house?
Oh, thanks. Good, I think. Obviously it's about the kids, but my kids are 19 and 16 now, so Santa doesn't bring them as much, or he seems to, in fairness. It's sort of grown in a different way. But so we normally get up. Me and my son go for a Christmas run. So take the dog out for Christmas run. Let's get that out of the way. Normally do a video on my run that I send to all the players and staff. Everyone will have to send something in, so I'll try and do a Christmas run with a hat on or something crazy. Come back, have a, I sound a bit pompous here, a little bit of salmon. And I used to, when I was a kid, right? So my dad, brilliant, right? My dad used to take me and my two older brothers to the woods. It sounds sinister, but it's a good story, honestly, right? Take us to the woods with the dog. We'd walk for a couple of hours. My mum would be preparing the turkey in the old days when you had to get up at 4 o'clock and turn your oven on and all that. Then we'd come back and my dad would do a fry-up. And because my dad made it to us as young boys, it was like, oh my God, Dad, this is amazing. It was atrocious. Looking back, everything was the same colour. It was black. He literally would burn everything. But so we were taught as kids early on to have a fry-up Christmas morning because there's not enough calories in the day, is there, for Christmas Day? So that's what I would do as a kid, and I sort of took that tradition on as a father, really. So I go out running with my son, took it to another level with the dog. So we'll do that in the morning. Kids will open their presents. I take ages opening my presents, and if you ever interview my wife or my kids, they'll tell you this. I'm still opening on about the 27th. I'm on one present every few hours, and because I know it irritates them, I enjoy it even more. I could get to the 28th, really. That's only because they keep going, Dad, open this one. I'm in no rush. Let me finish my drink. Let me... So have a big Christmas, obviously. I'm buzzing with Christmas. I always buzz with Christmas, as in love turkey dinners. They're like literally amazing to me, but I love mince pies, I love Christmas pudding, I love Christmas cake. So I am the epitome of Christmas calorie king. So I love that. So we'll have that at lunchtime. My mum's coming up luckily this year, so I've got my mum for 2 weeks, which would be great. Read all the jokes out the hats and all that, great. And then in the afternoon, late afternoon, I normally go around with my friends in the village. There's about 4 families go. The adults all play serious games and then they get aggressive games. By the end of it, it seems like we fall out. It suddenly turns into that BBC One game Traitors or something like that. So we do that. The kids all mess about in the other end of the house. And then normally I can walk home about 8 o'clock because I think, right, I've got a game tomorrow, so I need to be focused. So I'd leave my wife and kids behind enemy lines where it's chaos now. And I'd go home and see my dog and think, this is living, mate. You know, put Only Fools and Horses on and just relax. But this year we haven't got a game on Boxing Day, have we? So I can't really say that we've got training tomorrow, I need to get off. But so that's what my Christmas Day looks like, really. I normally open my presents with a family and then, but I don't like opening presents, I say that. I don't like opening presents in front of the person who bought it for me. I don't know if anyone else has this disease. So if you bought me a gift and went, yeah, Gaffer, I think, that's nice. I knew you'd buy me something. And you'd go, open it now. I'd be like, no, open it later. And you go, no, open it now. And I think I can't hide a face of disappointment. So if I open it, I'll be, this is... Ugh. So I like to open in secret or in front of the people who haven't bought it for me. That's the truth. So that's sort of my Christmas. I like to have a late glass of port, possibly, as a Christmas tradition. And that's it. But normally a day that goes way too quick.
I sort of feel bad that I don't have anything to give you now.
It's still early though.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. It's still early, mate.
I was going to ask how football has sort of changed your Christmas, but I guess for a while it's been part of it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, since 15 I was playing senior football. I played non-league till I was 23, but I was always playing Boxing Day. So I never had a drink over Christmas. It was always football, always football. So I think I don't know, forever, what is that, 12, how old am I now, 34 years or whatever. So I think, and someone could probably come on and say I'm lying, but I think it's the first time I haven't had a Boxing Day game, so it's a bit surreal for me, and I'm not a massive drinker anyway, so I didn't really miss out on that. And then because when you're a player and you're trying to be the best version of yourself, you don't go out on a Friday night, so by the time you're in your 30s and 40s, not going out on a Friday night is just part of who you are. So yeah, so it didn't really change me. I never got to that stage. I was still the person, because I was a fitness freak, up to the age of 18. I mean, this is going to win low end of friends with fans, this, but I would go to a bottle party and take a bottle of milk. And that is honestly the truth, which I'm embarrassed to admit, but I was never that sort of way, so I never really missed that sort of side of it. So, but my life is quite complete.
I've asked you about balance before. How do you make sure that the work-life balance is there for you, the staff, for the players, not just on the day, but sort of throughout December, because there's always a lot going on for families.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever get it fully right, but obviously the pressure's on winning an elite sport. That's just how it is. So yeah, I try and give as much as I can. That's all I can say. I can't give more where I think we're on the edge of underperforming. I have to try, as a group of staff, we have to try and get the team in a position of, you know, hyper performance as best we can. But I try and accommodate where I can. So I spoke to the chef today, and he said, "Oh, Gaffer, what's your plans for Christmas Eve?" And like, my plans for Christmas Eve are be on the grass bang on 10:30, which we don't normally. We have meetings, but we'll bring the meetings forward. You know, be in the canteen for 12, get everyone out the building for 1. Like, I want my staff especially, but to get home and enjoy Christmas Eve with the kids. I personally prefer Christmas Eve to Christmas Day because you've still got the whole excitement. But going home and seeing your kids 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas Eve and watching Elf or whatever everyone else watches, Polar Express, 2 of the classics, is essential. In the same way, Boxing Day we train here and we travel, and normally, you know, if I was full, boom, this is how it has to be. We'd train, we'd have food here, and then we'd travel. But I don't want to bring the canteen staff in, so we're just going to tell the lads not that it's a big deal. Eat at home, come here, train. We'll bring snacks and we'll eat on the way and eat at the hotel later. So they're not massive things, but there's not massive things we can do. The schedule is what it is. So I try and let the lads have days off when I can. I try and let them, you know, if we play on a Sunday and a Saturday, give them the Monday and the Wednesday off over Christmas. And because fundamentally, if they're happy in their lives, then they're happy at work, and I just think they'll perform better. So, and that's for all the staff and everyone who works here, really.
I'll think of some more Christmas questions for next week when we talk again. How's the squad looking ahead of this weekend?
Really good. Yeah, really good. I'm really pleased. Like, I mean, I've got a couple of players who aren't in the 18 who normally I would have in the 18, and in previous weeks might have been in the starting 11. So it feels good. It's been a weird week because obviously the pitches have been frozen. We were lucky to train on them Monday, Tuesday, and got a lot of work into them. Yesterday we were on the Astro, and then today we got on the under soil, which eventually sort of got going, if you know what I mean. So I went up there thinking it was going to look like a snooker table. It's still a bit of frost on it. So the week's been a bit different, but the lads are trained pretty well, and yes, I'm pleased with us, but I'm not ecstatic with us. And I think I've said that to the lads. Like, I think, you know, we haven't lost many in 11, but we haven't won enough, and we want to win games. And like, if we can just, you know, try and keep making incremental changes and trying to make little improvements, the little improvements add up. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them. I could have played 2 different systems with 3 or 4 changes of personnel, and it wouldn't have been any weaker. It would have just been different. So we've chosen the way we're going, and if it doesn't work, it enables us with the bench now to make tactical changes and changes for change's sake, just to freshen it up. So like, if it isn't working, which has happened in previous weeks, we can just change the system at half time and go another way.
Unbeaten runs are great, and you're on a very good one. Do sometimes they sort of affect your mentality because you're thinking more, let's not lose today, when you want to be winning games?
I mean, I can only answer for myself, obviously, but I never think like that. I would rather lose, that's not true. But I just said to the lads, you know, the last 3 performances have been pretty good. We could have won at Pompey, we could have beat Sheffield Wednesday, we could have beat Burton, but we could have lost all 3. And 3 L's is a lot of a bigger deal. But we could have won 2 by, you know, taking a chance and lost 1, and you don't have an unbeaten run. But at the end of the season, you don't finish 4th or 3rd or 2nd and go, oh, well done lads, you're 2nd. But, you know, you lost 6 games. No one cares what you've lost. It's about the points you accumulate. Hence why I think it was always better when football flicked from 2 points a win to 3 points a win, because it makes you go for the win. So you can ask the lads, apart from probably Anfield, every game we didn't go to Anfield to draw, but every game I'm telling them that we've come to win. We've come to win. There's not one game, be it, you know, a Sheffield Wednesday away, a Plymouth away, respectfully, we set up to win. We've always picked a team to win. We're trying to play with 2 up top most of the time, with attacking wide players, and I understand the way we play, sometimes we're vulnerable on the counter-attack, but that's the way I want to play. I want to play and watch a team that attacks and relentless and try and create enough chances to score. But my one criticism is I don't think in the final third we've been as concise as we could be.
We've had a few firsts this season, another one on Saturday. They'll never faced Forest Green in the league before. Don't think you faced them either.
No, I haven't, no.
What do you expect from them?
Well, as with everything, every game we play, we do a lot of due diligence on them, so we've watched a lot of them, and I think they've done really well. Like, with any team that comes up, they always bring a level of confidence and a level of belief in their shape, their team system, whether there's a change of manager or not, which has obviously happened. But and the way they have been playing, they've been very comfortable in possession. They trust each other, and they have been scoring goals. So, like, you just got to take the titles away from people. I say it to the team all the time, and like it's 11 lads in a white shirt against 11 lads in a green and black shirt, or whatever kit they're wearing, purple or whatever. So we're not playing the 100 years of tradition. We're playing against, it's man v man on the pitch. The one who's in front of you is the one you've got to get better than. So I've been really impressed with their start, and in fairness, if they get 2 or 3 wins on the spin, as with any team in this league, they can really catapult themselves in a good position. But they've picked up some good points against some good teams, and I know it's going to be very difficult, and it always is. Like, you've got to create a lot of chances to score a goal, and then, in their magic moments, you need your players to step forward and take chances, and it will be difficult. The way they have been playing with a 3, stroke 5 out of possession at the back, if you don't move the ball quick and crisp and confidently, they're hard to break down. As is every team, you just have to see. I was really impressed with, obviously, that everyone was, Morocco in the World Cup. Like, teams who were dedicated to the cause and their team shape and their togetherness, which they have in bundles at Forest Green, are difficult to play against. So I don't go into this game thinking it's an easier game than the Sheffield Wednesday at all. I just think it's different personnel that will ask questions of us all the time, but we have to, ask a lot of them.